evening. Hello there. Welcome to the weekend. It is Friday, March 17th, 2023. You're just in time for Look Up Weekend. With me, Nelima, and Felista Adundo on the sound language interpretation. Do stay with us as I bring you up to speed with the latest that is happening across all of 47 counties. But before we get into the business, here are our top stories. Tonight on Look Up Weekend.
We acknowledge the right of every citizen or group of citizens to picket and hold demonstrations as an expression of their political aspirations. We appreciate that such actions are essential to the advancement of our democracy, and it is our firm belief that such demonstrations must be peaceful and orderly.
9 ODM MPs distanced themselves from the Azimio mega demonstrations on Monday as they welcome President Ruto's development agenda in the Nyanza region.
Nataka Wakenya waungane na sisi tarehe 20 Jumatatu kule Nairobi kwa maandamano kubwa zaidi ambayo hajaonekana.
Raila Odinga leads the Azimio Brigade to Kiambu County, heading down the home stretch to Monday's mega rally.
Wapokota walikuja usiku saa 10 ya usiku wakatoa mbuzi kwa boma tukawafuata.
One person seriously injured and nearly 130 animals stolen by bandits in Longewan, Samburu County. This is Look Up Weekend. The hashtag is Look Up Weekend across all the social media platforms at Lookuptv on Twitter, Lookuptv on Facebook, and Lookuptv on our YouTube channel. Do let us know as well where you're watching us from using that very hashtag. And of course, I will sample some of your feedback at the tail end of this bulletin. Let's start off with some politics. Azimio leader Raila Odinga on Friday led the coalition in a People's Baraza rally in Kiambu County, rallying the residents to turn up in large numbers for the planned Monday demonstrations in the capital city. The opposition leaders have affirmed their resolve to pile pressure on the government to address their demands, even as they assure their supporters that the demonstrations will be peaceful. Our reporter Henry Tender with more.
After successful People's Baraza rallies in Nyanza, Nakuru and Mombasa, Opposition Brigade Azimio today made their way to Kiambu County with a stopover in Ruiru. The team led by former Prime Minister Raila Odinga were present here to rally local residents to support their planned Monday demonstrations in Nairobi. Unlike in other regions where they enjoyed a smooth ride, in Kiambu, Azimio team encountered opposition from law enforcers, which saw the team tear-gassed. The opposition team, anchored by such reception, castigating the police for interrupting their demonstrations.
Kuna wengine wanasema ati biashara za Wakikuyu zitavunjwa. Kama kuna mtu atavunja biashara ya Wakikuyu ni polisi. Sio Raila, sio Martha, sio Wajakoya, sio Eugene Wamalwa. Wangapi wanasema polisi wakome kabisa? Wangapi wanasema hivyo?
Mwambie hiyo polisi ya kwamba atafanye nini, haturudi nyuma. Siku ya Jumatatu akithubutu kuleta hiyo tears, tuonana na yeye mundu kwa mundu.
Watu wa Kiambu, hii ni kuonesha kwamba ile kitu tunafanya ni kitu ya haki ama namna gani? Kama wewe umezaliwa siku moja, inua mkono useme uko tayari. Sema uko tayari.
Despite President William Ruto's open reservations over the mass action call by Azimio, the opposition outfit maintained their journey to street demonstrations in the capital city, Nairobi, will go on Monday as planned.
Tuko hapa kuwasihi ya kwamba tuungane zote. Jumatatu ni siku yako kama umepinyiliwa. Tukitokelezea kwa njia ya amani, kutokelezea hata bila kunena, ni kuambia hawa wamekalia pesa yetu ya kwamba tumekataa kufinyiliwa tena.
Sisi watu wa Mount Kenya na hata Kiambu, zile chinda ambazo ziko kule Kisumu ndizo ziko hapa, na ndio tunaungana na wewe baba kusema ya kwamba hii tarehe 20 tuko pamoja na wewe na tutakuwa na wewe.
And with just 2 days to the D-Day, Raila and his team have urged residents of Kiambu to turn up in large numbers to demand their rights.
Jumatatu nataka kuona wale ambao watatoka Kiambu waje Nairobi, nione mkono tena.
Kama unaangalia uone Ufaransa watu wako nje, South Africa Monday watu watakuwa wapi? Nigeria watu watakuwa wapi? Wewe utatokelezea tukomboe Kenya? Mimi nawaomba zote tutokelezee tukomboe nchi yetu.
President Ruto has already issued a stern warning to Raila and his lieutenants to ensure their demonstrations are peaceful. Come Monday, it remains to be seen whether their team will lead their ardent supporters into peaceful engagement. Henry Tende, Lookuptv.
And staying with politics, the ODM rebel members of parliament have vowed to skip the Monday demonstrations. The 9 MPs who met President William Ruto at State House called on their supporters to equally skip the rallies that ODM leader Raila Odinga has been transversing the country, calling on Kenyans to show up in large numbers. The MPs also welcomed President William Ruto's agenda in Luo Nyanza.
You all know who we are, our respective names and the constituencies we represent. But let me begin by recording the apologies of Honorable Gideon Ochanda of Bondo and Honorable Mark Nyamita of Uriri. They've just left. They had some engagements and they are to fly out of town. That said, we are going to issue a press statement, and we will not be fielding questions after the press statement. We will just leave it as that and let the matter be reported as we will read it. So this is a press statement. We, the undersigned elected representatives from Nyanza, wish to make the following statement. We acknowledge the right of every citizen or group of citizens to picket and hold demonstrations as an expression of their political aspirations. We appreciate that such actions are essential to the advancement of our democracy, and it is our firm belief that such demonstrations must be peaceful and orderly and not injure the rights and property of others. We therefore wish to encourage all Kenyans who wish to participate in the demonstrations planned for next week to do so peacefully and in a manner that strengthens democratic rule and does not encourage anarchy and breakdown of law and order. We want to categorically state that we, the undersigned, will not be participating in the planned demonstrations. We equally urge our constituents to do likewise. We encourage those who will join the demonstrations to return to their normal economic and social activities as soon as possible, especially those who are engaged in agriculture or some form of farming, to take advantage of the current trends to plow and plant. We firmly believe that the current economic challenges facing Kenya will not be resolved by political confrontation and other forms of political partisanship. It is time to have a national economic dialogue to find solutions to our collective economic challenges. Let our political competition be at the level of competing economic ideas. We trust that reason will prevail amongst the political leadership of Kenya, and God will give us the wisdom to find the path to lasting peace and harmony in Kenya. Finally, we welcome the planned presidential visit to Migori County next week to launch several development projects and to engage the people on government projects. Thank you very much. Signed by Honorable Gideon Ochanda, Honorable Mark Nyamita, Honorable Karoli Omondi, Honorable Paul Abur, Honorable Elisha Odhiambo, Honorable Felix Jalango, and Senator Tom Ojienda.
Away from the politics, a bandit attack in Samburu has left one person injured and over 126 animals stolen. This comes as a joint security operation continues in the bandit-prone region. And Cecilia Bangana reports the residents are now calling on the government to mitigate the situation.
Despite President William Ruto's directive on joint peace operations in the north, daring bandits have yet again attacked Longewan, Samburu County, leaving one person with serious injuries and making away with over 126 animals.
Wapokota walikuja usiku saa 10 ya usiku, wakatoa mbuzi kwa boma, tukawafuata. Sasa wakati tulikuwa tunakimbia, wakanipiga risasi kwa kifua.
Ni masikitiko makubwa sana kwa resident wa Samburu Central na especially hii belt ambayo imekuwa issued by the government ya kwamba ni dangerous zone, kwamba watu wamekuwa wakiuawa kila siku, hata siku ya leo mali zinaenda, wanapotesha maisha. Hata sasa hivi tuko na watu wako kwa mochari.
The bandits who attacked at 12 a.m. left a 27-year-old man with bullet injuries before they returned the following day to steal the animals in Lake Sapuki.
Wakati wowote unapokuja na kuissue a statement, ni kama mnakuja kuprovoke these bandits au this malicious group. Maana ulipo issue statement Saturday ya kwamba Monday ndio mwisho ya watu kuwa katika maeneo yale ambayo kuna tarajiwa kuwa na operation, the same night na mpaka kuamkia jana na leo, raiders wamekuja wakaattack sehemu za Lake Sapuki, wakaenda na ng'ombe zaidi ya 91, kondoo over 100, na ilikuwa ni group ya watu over 70 these bandits.
Hii operation ambaye sasa mumesema inaanza na mnajikokota mpaka kila wakati tunakuwa raided, tuna extra killings, na sasa badala hata ya operation kuanza ni operation ya Pokot ni wanazidi kuoperate sisi.
Tumetii mambo ya curfew, watu wetu wanalala mpaka saa 12, hakuna kitu ambaye wanafanya. Lakini ile ambaye inatushangaza mimi kama MCA ya Suguta Ward, juzi watu wangu wamehama mahali, wamehamia tena mahali baya. Sasa hizi mimi nalilia serikali watafutia wa chakula, ndio wameenda tena kuchukulia ile mali kidogo wako nayo.
Locals have continued to raise concerns over the security operation as insecurity continues to take root in the region. They are now pleading to the president to make necessary orders so as to restore peace in the region. Cecilia Lubanga, Lookuptv.
In other news, President William Ruto has appointed former Soy Member of Parliament Caleb Kositany to chair the board of Kenya Airports Authority for a period of 3 years. The appointment comes after Ruto's ally missed on the list of nominated cabinet administrative secretaries, Brian Amwaina reports.
The latest board shake-up by the William Ruto administration has seen the appointment of former Soy Member of Parliament Caleb Kositany, who has been appointed as the new board chairman of the Kenya Airports Authority. The appointment by Ruto takes effect immediately and for a period of 3 years. President William Ruto made the appointment via Gazette notice dated March 15, 2023. In exercise of the powers conferred by Section 51A of the Kenyan Airports Authority Act, as read together with Section 51(1) of the Interpretation and General Provisions Act, I, William Samoei Ruto, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defence Forces, appoint Caleb Kipkemei Kositany as the chair of KAA. Read the notice. Kositany's appointment has seen the removal of Isaac Awondo, a long-time former President Uhuru Kenyatta's ally, who was picked in October 2021. Kenya Airports Authority is an autonomous body that provides and manages all airports. Kositany will spearhead the formulation of policies within the facility. The KAA, established in 1991 under KAA Act Chapter 395 of the Laws of Kenya, is charged with providing facilitative infrastructure for aviation services between Kenya and the outside world. The new post comes as a lifetime to Kositany, whose Uasin Gishu governorship bid failed after being trounced in the UDA party primaries in April 2022. Since then, the former lawmaker, who is a non-bona fide foot soldier of the president, maintained a low-key profile as the latter rewarded his loyalists with government posts. The UDA lawmaker had been shortlisted and even interviewed for the Chief Administrative Secretary slot in a list published by the Public Service Commission. However, his name was left out on Thursday when the head of Public Service, Felix Koskei, revealed the list. At the same time, President William Ruto has appointed Musyoki William Kibathi as the chairperson of the National Legal and Service Board for a period of 6 years, and several parastatals have also gotten new board members. Brian Amwai, Lookuptv, Nairobi.
Thank you, Mwai, for that report. Let's now head over to Nakuru County, where traders in Naivasha are counting losses after their businesses were destroyed in the middle of the night. The business people have pointed an accusing finger at the landowners, whom they say are trying to force them to leave the premises. Phoebe Wangombe with more.
Traders in Naivasha are counting losses. Businesses have been run to the ground by a group of youth believed to have been hired to forcefully evict them from their piece of land. The traders are now blaming the police for taking no proper action after the suspects, about 30 in number, were released under unclear circumstances. The traders have pointed an accusing finger to the owners of the land who leased to them for trying to forcefully evict them without an order.
Ningetaka kusema hivi, wale watu walitupea lease ya hii uwanja wako nyuma hii masaibu yote. Kutoka yule mtu alikuwa kijita chairman, secretary na wale watu wamesainia sisi hiyo lease wako nyuma ya hii maneno.
The act has been described as inhumane as it is meant to render a number of people jobless. The police assertions that there was a fight between traders and the youths have been termed as fabrications. Traders are certain that the goons were operating under clear orders of ensuring that they will not be able to go back to business.
Na ile kitu iko, wacheni kusema kulikuwa vita, kungekuwa vita. Sababu hakuna mtu wao tungeona hapa tubakishe. Hatutaki kusema uongo. Hatungebakisha hiyo watu.
Phoebe Wangombe, Lookuptv.
Now, President William Ruto and the First Lady have today hosted county first spouses at State House, Nairobi, to reinforce the important role they play in uplifting their communities. The First Lady asked the county's First Ladies to work together and come up with ways to support governors and their governments.
Deal with the effects of alcohol, drug abuse, and as been said here, FGM and the whole of that space. So again, if we can work in a concerted manner to deal with that challenge, it would really bring a lot of value to what we are doing as a country.
In whatever you're doing, would like just to support your work and to say that we want to walk with you this journey. Even as we do the things that we do, even in our office here, we also want to really know what you're doing and be able to support. But one of the things, as the President has told us, let us plant and grow trees, because that is something that is affecting everybody. The issues of environment and climate change is a reality. And by growing these trees, we are actually going to be impacting generations to come.
We want to walk through. We want to have to support, complement what our spouses are doing. And I take the 5 C's because we have convening powers at the county levels, just as you have convening powers at the national level. We want to convene. We want to connect. We want to collaborate. We want to catalyze, and we want to celebrate.
This is Look Up Weekend, and we're here to keep you on the know as you welcome the weekend right ahead of you. We do have to take a very fast break here on the program, but when we come back, there is more on the other side. Don't go too far.
We are going to change things, natural things, expectations of our enemies. We are not going to call them. We are not going to text them. We will wake up at midnight. We will wake up at 4, and we will be speaking in the spirit realm. Shama Baba, Shama Baba, Shama, Shama. Until I see a change in my life, I will not be quiet. Until I see a breakthrough in my life, I will not be quiet.
Nairobi County, are you ready for the biggest TV roadshow? Lookuptv, the fastest growing family entertainment channel, will be coming to you live from your estate starting on the 30th of March to the 2nd of April. Our caravan will be transversing through the following routes: 30th March, Amboseli Gardens, Lavington, Reruta Satellite, Dagoretti Corner, Kibra, Langata, 31st March, Jogoo Road, Makongeni, Hamsa, Pipeline, Tasia, Donholm, Buruburu, Umoja, Kayole. 1st April, Juja Road, Pangani, Mlango Kubwa, Mathare, Huruma, Kariobangi, Dandora, Babadogo, Mathare North. 2nd April, Thika Road, Kasarani, Mwiki, Kahawa Sukari, Zimmerman, TRM. And finish it off live in the CBD at the Nairobi Archives. We are welcoming partners and sponsors to take advantage of this high-energy, experiential and promotional opportunity to push your sales and brands in Nairobi. To book your slot, contact us now on 0110-430-158 or email us sales@lookuptv.co.ke. You can also interact with us on all our social media pages and get the latest news updates on our website, lookuptv.co.ke. Welcome on board.
Sasa niwaambie mimi leo tufungulia hapo tuambie. Sasa acha tufanye hivi. Really guys, imagine. Wait, how do you put, utekaje kitunguu hata hujaweka mafuta? Formula. Vile nimekuambia mwenye haki usitumie nguvu, akili ndio mingi tunatumia. Utekaje salt kwa mafuta? Fried rice all the way from Kipipiri. Usikue na haraka kufanya vitu 1001 things. Get to understand your strengths kwanza.
It's easier, it's bigger, it's better. It's Grand Mega Draw. Cheza na shilingi 50 hadi shilingi 2,000 na ushinde mega cash ya 200 million. Isitoshe, kuna mega bonus ya up to 20 million shillings kila Jumatano na Jumamosi. Sio ndoto, unangoja nini? Cheza Lotto, it could be you. Nenda kwa M-Pesa paybill number 777-000. Andika neno Look kama account number. Cheza na kati ya shilingi 50 hadi shilingi 2,000 na ushinde sasa. Round hii ni more draws, more cash and big wins na Lotto.
Over 18s only. Gaming can be addictive. Play responsibly. This message has been approved by the BCLB.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with Lookup TV. The hashtag is Lookup Weekend. The Principal Secretary for State Department, Mary Muthoni, is on a mission to decongest prisons by providing additional beds. Speaking during the induction of spouses to parliamentarians, the PS urged women to guide inmates the struggle to integrate into the society after their jail term ends in order to avoid relapse of the released inmate.
Trust you when you have to. The One Prisoner, One Bed, One Mattress is an initiative introduced by the Principal Secretary, State Department of Correction Services, Mary Muthoni, as a form of decongestion in prisons, and the One Baby, One Colt as a way of providing a safe environment for the innocent infants in those prisons.
One bed, one prisoner, one bed, one mattress. One baby, one cot. Because we also have children in our facilities, and it would be important to note that these children are not, they have done no crime. We are looking to have 60,000 mattresses and 20,000 beds. 20,000 because they are triple-decker, so we will be able to have 3 people sleeping on one triple-decker.
Speaking at the induction of parliamentarian spouses, she urged the women to use these 5 years to create an impact in the society. The Principal Secretary also pressed that it is important for the women to participate in building the community, and one way is to support this initiative to ensure that it comes to fruition.
The climate change agenda is part and parcel of our life. The issue of changing our women down there cooking with charcoal, cooking with firewood, it's part and parcel that we are planting the trees and we are not going to cut them.
Abigail Shira for Lookuptv.
Let's now look at the counties. Students at Bakita Girls Secondary School in Pokot West are sleeping in the school bus pack after running out of dormitories due to huge number of admitted students. Gladys Masharia has this and more in our news roundup.
Shortage of dormitories in St. Bakita West Pokot has seen students sleep in the bus, a situation that has been occasioned by the huge number of students joining the school.
Kidato cha kwanza 263. Umeona imekuwa ni ngumu hata na sisi kuweza kuwaweka hapa. Kwa hivyo tuko na uchache wa mabweni katika shule yetu. Tuko na mabweni 3 na kila bweni inabeba watoto 200 na kitu. Na unajua bweni moja ilikuwa imejengwa kwa watoto 50 peke yake. Kwa hivyo unaona hiyo population, hiyo idadi ya wanafunzi ni kubwa zaidi. Kwa hivyo wakati wa sasa tuko na bweni 5 peke yake, lakini tunahitaji bweni 10 ili iweze kuwaweka mahali pazuri na wasikue na hiyo pressure. Sababu sasa wanalala juu wawili, chini wawili. Unaona? Kitanda kimoja, deck moja, watoto 4.
Elsewhere, residents of Maji Mazuri in the Kasarani area of Nairobi County are stunned after a man killed his wife with a knife and then tried to kill himself. The man, who is a boda rider, threatened the residents who were close to him, forcing security officers to use force to nab him. The body of the deceased has been taken to the city mortuary, while the man continues to receive treatment at the Mama Lucy Hospital.
So tulisikia usiku watu wametoka, wanasema mtoto alikuwa analia, ni msichana wake amemaliza form 4. Anasema daddy ameua mama. So sisi tukatoka nje, tukaangalia. Akatuelezea babake alikuja, akatoka kazi, anakuanga mzee wa pikipiki, tunamuita Masai wa pikipiki, tunabeba kwa stage pale Maji. Akaingia kwa nyumba, akabadilisha nguo, akatoka, akarudi tena. Sasa venye alirudi, msichana anatuambia tu venye anakumbuka, aliingia bedroom, akaua mama. Alafu akatoka akabia mtoto, akakuja sitting, ndio watoto wanalala sitting. Akaamsha msichana akamwambia, "Amka, uone venye nimefanya mama yako."
In Mombasa County, residents are threatening to hold protest over the rise of criminal gangs in the city. They now want the government to move in and help the town to restore peace and security.
Mtoto mdogo ambao anaenda shule, vitabu vya CBC vinaibiwa ili viende vikauzwe. So I think things are getting out of hand in Kisauni. Waziri wetu wa masuala ya interior, Profesa Kithure Kindiki aje Kisauni. Tunamwomba pia Inspector General aje Kisauni.
Finally, primary school teachers in Kilifi County have started to collect signatures to complain to the Teacher Service Commission about the lack of additional housing benefits, led by General Secretary of Primary Education Teachers Association in the country, Opolo Kopolo. The teachers want same treatment as their municipalities' counterparts.
Muda mrefu walimu wa Kilifi Town, walimu wa Mtwapa na wale wa Mariakani pamoja na wale wa Maseras wamekosa what we call enhanced house allowance.
Gladys Masharia, Lookuptv.
Time now for some sporting action. 100 golfers are expected to participate in the annual Starehe Charity Golf Tournament that kicked off today at the Windsor Golf Hotel and Country Club. The event targets to raise approximately 1.5 to 2 million shillings, which will go into